starts with an earthquake, birds and snakes and airplanes. Lenny Bruce is not afraid.
Eye of a hurricane, listen to yourself churn. World serves its own needs, don't serve your own needs. Speed it up a notch, speed, grunt, no strength. The ladder starts to clatter with fear of height, down height, wire in a fire represent. What? Stay in your lane, asshole! Oh shit! My name is Sigma Klein. I'm 22 years old, and this is my second kidnapping. Is this going to be an every-year occurrence now that I'm in college? Should I get a punch card for this? Well, before that, I have more pressing issues on my mind. Christ, it's like I just came home from a bar.
What? Pass out after one shot? Was?
I don't know why she's immediately sassing someone she just met, but I'll ignore it. I'm too busy trying to get this thing off me. It's 2028. Who even uses these anymore? Shut the hell up! You?
Oh, I've seen this thing before. You hosted that high school killing game, right?
What kind of game are we talking about? Risk? Monopoly? Mousetrap. Bet it's Mousetrap.
This game in 9 minutes, I
Oh shit! This clock works! Luckily, we managed to make it out thanks to my rather high intellect.
I figured out the poster's riddle, dumbass.
Hey, I figured out how to open that file box. You can't say I'm a complete dumbass. Regardless of who solved the puzzle, which was me, by the way, we weren't the only ones being held here against our will. Wait, so was this a competition to see who escaped first?
If it was, the older man here would take first place, since he was all by himself when I got out of the elevator.
Still got it after all these years.
Ah, that's right. We haven't shared our profiles yet as we all just got out of the makeshift cells.
Oh, let me start. I'm Quirk, and this is Mr. Dio.
Dio? Like the vampire?
Wrong Dio, buddy. It's me, circus ringleader, and nothing else. Quirk and I were introduced in our own elevator, while Luna, Alice, and Tim Yuji were in separate ones.
Is that right? What's with that look? Did you want to bunk with me instead? Not in your lifetime. Your loss. Now, between the two of you, what's your...
It's Alice.
Wasn't what I was gonna ask?
Everything else is confidential, boy. But over there is Luna.
Ah, a pleasure to meet all of you for the first time today.
Every one of them seems weird.
Sigma, what the hell?
Shit, that was supposed to be in my head. Ignore that.
No offense taken. Now, what's the deal with the bracelets?
You mean watches?
Nah, watch tells time. This doesn't tell me shit.
Well, me and this old fart were in the same elevator, and we're a red pair. You and the child are a green pair.
The rest of us solos got separate elevators.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elevators. I guess that extra one's a spare?
What about the number 3? That's on everyone's bracelet, right?
Probably all a part of that damn rabbit's game.
Wait, was escaping the elevator not the whole game? Oh, don't tell me there's more.
Of course there's going to be more. That's what our kidnapper wants. Right, kidnapper?
Well, she doesn't trust anyone, does she? That suspicion of hers was also contagious, as we all began to eye each other, at least until confusion spread instead.
Clever!
What the hell? Is that a robot? From Greece? Excuse me? I can't understand you. You gotta speak up. I'm just going to call you Kay, alright? Because I feel like we're all going to pretend to be nice around you. Now, with outfits like those, how the hell do you two know each other?
Oh, we met in Las Vegas last year.
Huh, that makes sense actually.
Alice? Where? What?
Long story short, an entity calling themselves Zero kidnapped us and is forcing us to participate in a no-name game.
Fuck, not again.
Her reaction is like a picture, saying 1,000 words in just 3. None of them good. But before I could ask about that, the stupid mascot showed up again.
Welcome to my kingdom, boys and girls. Are you comfortable? Because it's time for the host of the game that rule. Do you see the number 9 over there? That's the goal, and there's no moving that goalpost. You'll be able to open it if the number on your fashionable bracelet ever is greater than 9. We want to keep in your meaty head forever. 1. The number 9 door will only be open for 9 seconds. 2. The number 9 door only opens once. First come, first served, as they say. 3. No sticking through with a lower bracelet number. Cheaters will face the severe
Punishment.
penalty! Stop covering me to the dead bell!
Okay, but how do we raise our bracelet number?
Well, voting time isn't until you find some key.
I knew it.
It's not the same thing! There are puzzling puzzle rooms behind the chromatic door. In order to enter the memory door, the bell must match with a solo to make the color of the door. Once you hold on with the comforting conundrum waiting for you. It's been time to her bracelet point. Make your way back to your prize.
Phi, who I just realized never introduced herself, and I went into the magenta door with Luna, leading into the lounge. It's a shame I didn't keep any of the bottles of beer on me for when we got back. What the?
That woman is the
damn it! Not this shit again!
That's not good. Anyway, you got the gun. Time to play the Ovidex game, everybody. It's quite simple. We will follow partner on the voting. You get to pick Haver, Halai, or Midway. If you feel really good about your friend, just pick Halai. If the feeling is mutual, 2 points are added to the brilliant. Okay. Then, if you're tempted to take that knife and stab them in the back, better boy, please begin the Picking Midway as a big highlight will let you win points. Like the broken hilted kind of you lose 2 points. Say you both get greedy and pick Midway. Well, nothing happens. No points for anyone. Good job wasting time.
30 seconds.
That's
Until
my
Epidex
music.
game polling closes.
Have a nice drive.
We should pick Betray.
Against Luna of all people? No way. I'm pretty sure she'd apologize for getting hurt by a fly. I'm not an asshole.
Says you, but if we vote Ally and she votes Betray, it'll be your fault.
She wouldn't do that, would she? Ah, damn it. Sigma, just go with your gut and pick. Wait, why can't I move my hand?
Sorry. Were you invested in this riddle short? Do you want to see the rest of this ear-tingling story? Well, you better get so critical! This is the Cloud is now available on the PS4, Xbox, PC, 3DS and Vita. Why? Go ahead and be invested! You sure there's some games up of the system just to make room, like the PSP game? Yeah! You don't need your physics when you could be on time. You're right, me. Don't you want to ride me?
This shameless self-aware plug is no doubt an imitation of.
Now, termites consume dead vegetation, and just about any waste-like material. In fact, from all that waste, they produced about 11% of the world's atmospheric methane. Of course, this percentage is from a while ago, so it doesn't take into account the current climate or more recent billionaire air polluters. Regardless, in an amazing display of recycling and camaraderie, the worker termites share food among other termites in the colony the same way a mother bird feeds her young. But they also have the option to use them.